Welcome, Pat, to Chat and Celts. We are now up 3-0 in the Eastern Conference Finals here as the Celtics take the best game in the series, in my opinion, just how they came back and everything. This was an 18-point comeback, folks, where the Celtics were able to silence the Indiana Pacers and their crowd 114-111. What a total team, emphasis on the team, win tonight in the Celtics' path to a championship. That sounds magical.
I love it.
Welcome in, Pat.
Thank you. Good to be back.
It is nice to have you back. It's wonderful to be up again. We got 3-0. Very well could be a sweet Monday evening, which we're looking forward to. If that
I'm not going to jinx it.
We're not going to jump the gun. We're not going to jump the gun on that just yet. Let's break this game down here a bit.
Yes.
Celtics started off with a bang once again. The Celtics typically do that in Celtics fashion here in the playoffs. The threes were Splash City to start this game tonight.
Yes, sir.
Jason Tatum was on point. Al Horford was on point, at least at the early beginnings. But then the Pacers, that like annoying gnat, like that annoying bee that you just can't get rid of.
Yep, they just don't go away.
Buzzing and buzzing and buzzing. And at one point, the Celtics were down 18 points. 18. I was watching the game and I was just saying to myself, this is going to be the throwaway game. Throwaway. Yep, don't worry about it. We'll come back. You know, if it's 2-1, hey, I'll take it, because I still looked at that game on the first game of the series as that game was like, wow, we won that game. That's the one that could have been a loss, and they were able to get that done. Again, could have also been another loss for this game 3 here tonight, but no. You have some true grit, some true bangers on this team. I'm going to use that word tonight. Bangers.
I like it.
What I mean by that word is that you have guys that just want to get out there and win and contribute and do things that matter. Do things that help spread the ball out. Do things where you're defending in the right spot. Do things to get under the hoop. Make the splash 3. That is a recipe for a championship team. It's just so different watching this path for the playoffs for the Celtics this year, and we haven't got to the promised land yet. Don't want to jump the gun. But again, we're doing this without the Marcus Smarts. You're doing this without the Robert Williams getting hurt every minute. You're doing this with an identity guy that was brought in for a reason. Drew Holiday, number one right there. And you are doing this because Al Horford decided at the start of this season that it didn't matter if he was going to be a starter. It didn't matter. He'll come off the bench and he'll be your stud guy. And you know what that's done, Pat? It's helped restrict his minutes to give him the minutes that matter here in the playoffs. And he can deliver like he's done in this series. But most importantly, tonight was his money game here in the playoffs. And it was so amazing to see that and witness that.
Yeah.
I'd love to call this the Al Horford game, but I can't just do that, because then that just puts the I in team. And I don't think Al Horford would like that. We could call this a True Holiday game. We could, but I don't want to do that. You could say, the Jason Tatum game, just because he led and was the leader of this team.
Yep.
But no, we're not doing that. Total team contribution. I want to turn it over to you.
Absolutely. I mean, you nailed, you hit the nail right in the head. I mean, between, you had guys like, you had Derek White, who was having also a phenomenal game. Not quite in the points division like, the other guys, but he was still in double digits. But his defense, his tenacity, he just kept at the ball all game. Got to give him his flowers too. I mean, there was a point in this game, and like you were saying earlier, I saw Tyrese Halliburton was out for this game, and I went, "Oh no, they're gonna do it again. I know they're gonna do it again. They're gonna go, okay, no Tyrese Halliburton. We're just gonna take the game off. We're gonna chill. We're gonna win easy and then lose." You've seen it all season. In this game, and honestly, this series, besides maybe last game, has been what you wanted to see out of the Celtics. You've been seeing the Celtics turn around and go. And all season, we've seen them go at the end of the game to disappear and not hustle and not play, even if you're just so close. And they get close, and then it goes away. You saw it this game. They got so close so many times. And generally, when they do that throughout the season, don't get me wrong. This team only lost 14 games in the regular season. They were still a fantastic, they were still a fantastic team all season. But you would see in those games they lost, they'd come back, they get close, and they never could quite close the gap. This time, they closed the gap. They kept the gas pedal down and just kept playing all game. And that's what you want to see out of these guys. Jason Tatum had a great game. He was hot in the first, kind of cooled off in the at the end of the second and towards the third, and most of the third, honestly. And then towards the end of the third, he turned it back up and kept playing the rest of the game. And then Drew Holiday, sick today. Almost missed the game because of sickness. Came out, had a hell of a night. Rebounds, 3 steals, just doing everything that he's expected of on this team, especially on a night where you're missing Luke Cornett, who's been giving you very solid minutes. We've talked about him a couple of times. And you're still missing Kristaps Porzingis, who God knows when he's supposed to come back. I've heard next game. I've heard if it goes to game 5. No one really knows. But now that we're up 3-0.
We don't need to rush it.
Yeah.
Why rush? You don't need to do that. Get him ready so he can take that ball out of, again, I don't want to jump the gun, but Kyrie Irving could be coming back to Boston. Mm-hmm. And we all know how that's going to go.
Oh, yeah.
Don't let him breathe.
You think Aaron Nesmith is bad right now with his Boston Revenge tour. Wait till Kyrie gets here in the finals. It's going to be a whole different game. That
Kyrie
guy's playing his best ball.
Kyrie won't show. He's going to Boston? I don't like Boston. I'm not going to play. He would rather his team lose 2 games. Legit. Would rather his team lose 2 games than come to Boston and hear every ounce from the fans because Kyrie Irving is the worst athlete that has ever played in the city of Boston. Yes.
All right, that's a take, Nick. That's a bold take. He's been balling this year.
Don't care.
Hey, I like it. I like that energy.
I
like it because I get where you're going with it. I mean, the things he did to this team, the Garden is going to light on fire like the sage he was burning pre-game and stepping on the leprechaun post-game.
That's what's embedded from not just me, but so many Celtics fans. That's an iconic figure, the Lucky the Leprechaun on the court. And he not only stomped in it, but he also spit in it. And you know what I want to do to Kyrie? I want to spit in his face, just like the rest of the city of Boston, whip the championship trophy right at him. But I need to calm myself down because we're not there yet.
Nope.
We don't want it. We have to go one step at a time. We're just trying to get
Anthony
the five.
Edwards.
We're just trying. We're just the fireworks could be already. Actually, I did see some fireworks in my neighborhood as a matter of fact tonight. So maybe that's where this is coming from. But not to get sidetracked from everything, we were talking about all the contributions from everything tonight. It was, I think, the 6-minute mark in the third quarter. From that point on, the Celtics took control of this game. It started with Al Horford. We've talked about him so much, but to see him come up and contribute and be clutch and hit those big shots. Remember in the past series, we were saying, if we see Al Horford hit another 3-point, he doesn't get it. Why is he playing? I think we know why he's playing now.
Yep.
He's allowed to have those off nights and stuff like that and work through it because when the big moment arises, he can come back just like any professional athlete. You know, they can come back and they can surprise you and do things that can lead your team to victory. So beyond awesome to see that from Al. the last minute or so in the game, I do want to talk about Drew Holiday because we did see more clutch takeover moments from him in this game that deserve some recognition and some credit here. There was about 2 minutes, maybe less than, I'm not 2 minutes, 2 seconds left to go in the game. It was a huge steal, pretty much put the nail in the coffin for the Pacers and everything. And they kept going back and forth to figure out what kind of foul it was going to be. You had Drew Holiday go to the line. It was 112, 111 at one point. Hits those 2 clutch shots there. And then Pacers couldn't find any answers. The Celtics defended the perfect inbound pass and everything. And a lot of that is because of the credit that I don't think sometimes credit is not given enough for how much effort Drew Holiday brings on the defensive end of taking over moments in a game and rising to the occasion. That's a true definition of clutch right there. And that is so hard to find in professional sports. Guys that can take it over at any point. We're spoiled. We had Tom Brady, Mr. Clutch, getting it done on those last-minute winning drives all the time. David Ortiz. I mean, how many times can we say Big Papi coming up with the bases loaded or, the game on the line? Ba-boom. Game over. That's what Drew Holiday, that's what I was hoping for when he was coming here for their Celtic, but it's so gratifying to see that mentality and takeover come from a true champion. It's such an underrated move that Brad Stevens made this winter, that if the Celtics do win this championship, a lot of this is because of the bold decision making on trading Smart and bringing Drew Holiday in here to be a winner.
Oh, 100%. And it's a funny trade too, because the reason why Drew Holiday is a champion is because he led that Milwaukee team to a championship. I mean, without him, he had a couple huge, 20-something point games for them. And for us, he doesn't need to be the points guy. When Giannis got tripled and couldn't score, because that's how you stop Giannis, you just put everyone on him and no one else can score, even with Dame now.
Yep.
They can't resort on the defense. So he wasn't focusing on defense, he was focusing on scoring there. Now he can just focus on what he's best at, which is defense and scoring those clutch plays, hitting that 3 when he needs to, stopping that guy, getting that steal. I mean, the guy had 3 or 4 steals tonight. I mean, that's what he needed tonight. They and that's why they won the game, is because they
some of the biggest moments of the game that happened as well too. So that was so great to see. We look forward now to Game 4, which will be Memorial Day on Monday. Could be game, set, match, but we don't know yet. We're gonna have to watch and see. I do want to ask you, who's your spotlight player of the game?
Man, it's a tough game. I think I'd go, honestly, Drew Holiday. I don't know if I don't know if, but he had a ton of points tonight for Drew Holiday on the Celtics. Had a great points night, but like we were just talking about, it was the effort and it was the defense. He had a bunch of steals. He had blocks. Derek White was close second, but he had a pretty normal night for Derek White tonight. So I can't give him my spotlight, but I think this game was we could call it the Al Horford game, but we could call it the Drew Holiday game.
Yeah, so just numbers for Holiday. He played a little bit over 38 minutes. He was 4 for 10 for field goal minutes. From the field goals percentage, he was at 40%, so that's pretty good. 1 for 6 from the three. That was the one that was a little shaky. But I more look at what his plus minus numbers and everything were. We ended up seeing him finish with a +6. That was from the starters and everything. He was the number 2 on the +6 for the night, and he finished with 14 points. Also for the night. And we're looking at Derek White. Derek White played in 35-30 for the most part. He was 2 for 8 for the 3-point lines. And what did we finish with? 13 points on the night. So pretty solid. Pretty solid from that. My spotlight player of the night is Al Horford. I'm giving that to him because he's a joy to watch. When he's on, he just makes fans feel just happy and glad that he's a part of this team. Because we've seen Al Horford in a lot of different of variations. We saw him when he was first here at the beginning, when they signed the big contract. Then he went to Philly. Then he went to the Thunder and was pretty much a forgotten guy. They didn't want anything to do with him. And Brad Stevens wanted Al Horford back because he knew how much of a glue, integrity, team chemistry kind of player he was going to be and was to the team. And it's, he's going to be 38 years old. Is he 38 right now, or is he going to be 39?
He's 38 in June.
38 in June, so he's 37 right now. You never know. You never know. Again, age is just a number.
Yeah,
you know my age. I'm not telling you my age because I don't want to, but it's just a number. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, 38 years old. And
just deduct 10 years from it. That's fine. That's fine. I'm 24. It's fine. It's good.
I'm 18.
But he's playing. It's great. He was my spotlight guy of the night, just to see this team when they were down, to see how much he embodied this win tonight. He just put the team on his back, delivered those big shots. That's all you can ask for. Al Horford was my spotlight guy of the night. And who's in the doghouse? Who do you never want to see again? Call the dog pound. They're done. Can't have them ever again.
I don't know if I can't have them ever again, but Sam Hauser, man.
Okay.
If you've watched me before, you know I love Sam Hauser.
I know you do.
Hit a three, brother. That's what you're here for, man. You got to hit threes.
He played in 13 minutes and had zero, the golden goose egg for points tonight.
He tried on defense, but at this point, he's in the game as someone who's tall and can kind of defend. With being down most of our centers, besides 38-year-old Al Horford and a couple of G League guys, who have been playing great, by the way, Brissett and Tillman, if they keep playing like this, they might end up on my spotlight because they didn't have a ton of points.
Had 2 points. He had 2 points and everything tonight, but more than Hauser.
The hustle has been good from them though, which is what I've been appreciating. They come out, they hustle, and they affect plays, which is what I like about them. I like them based off the eye test. They need to score points and stuff to make spotlight, but still better than Sam Hauser. Sam Hauser was just kind of out there floundering, and that's not really his role. He needs to go shoot threes and get in the gym and hit a bunch of threes, and hopefully he comes back soon with another random 20-point game. That'd be cool.
I have been on the Sam Hauser train too much. I don't want to put the dagger into his heart anymore. So I'm going to be nice tonight, as much as I want to continue to rag on him for being atrocious. I'm going Peyton Pritchard tonight. That can't happen. I mean, the Celtics got, again, luck because they got contributions from really everybody. But Peyton Pritchard tonight played in 14 minutes, 28 seconds, only finished with 2 points. He finished at a -8. Is your backup point guard and everything. Yikes. Boy.
That's bad for Peyton Pritchard.
Jim, brother. I think that's even worse than Hauser territory. So, Peyton Pritchard, dude. Take a lap.
He's got to do his dribbling drills. Take a lap. Back.
Or I could give him the miracle. Again. Run it again. And again. Don't
get
turn
Coach
the lights
Nick out
off
there.
Again.
Get him out there.
We will look forward to, again, Game 4, Memorial Day. And it brings nothing but tears to my heart when I have to deliver the Red Sox news of the day, where, again, your pathetic excuse of a baseball team in Boston lost again to the Milwaukee Brewers. Surprise, surprise, by a final score of 6-3. Folks, I don't get how you continue to go to Fenway Park and watch this game. Do you need beer and alcohol that badly? Are you craving peanuts and hot dogs and just going to a museum? Save your money and go to the beach. Take a nice long car ride. Go to a movie theater. You're going to see a better production over at the local AMC, except for Braintree tonight. Don't want to go on that path. Not good over in Braintree tonight. No. But there's lots of other things to do with your life. There's lots of other things. I strongly suggest you find a life instead of going to Fenway Park and supporting that sorry excuse of a baseball team. It's disgusting. I get more fed up when I see more friends and other people. Oh, I'm going to Fenway Park tonight. I can't wait to go see the baseball team. What are you going to see? Wally the Green Monster?
I guess so. The only reason
It's a
why
joke.
I have interest in going is for the hot dogs and the hot dogs only. They hit different at Fenway.
Pat, Market Basket is right down the street. They sell Fenway Franks. Go to your local grill, grab a bun, get your mustard, relish, and all that. And I guarantee you're going to save more money than spending $15 on one of John Henry's wieners.
It's true. It is true. So I don't know. Maybe we'll have
I want nothing more.
Podcast
I've already I've said my piece before on a lot of these things. You want change, folks? You want to enjoy your Red Sox again? Stop supporting John Henry and the management, because that's the only way it's going to hurt. That's the only way you're going to see change. It's it. I'm just a voice. You don't have to listen to me, but I'm telling you in my heart, in my gut, I'm telling you how this is going to change, because I can't continue to stomach what I see. I had a little bit of an afternoon today around 4:00 where you could actually watch the game. I had it on the background and I threw my remote and I pressed the off button, and it was the greatest thrill of my day not having to watch that anymore. So there you have it. I've talked enough about the Sox. That's it. Congratulations to the Celtics on your 114-111 win. We will look forward to talking with you more with Game 4 action. We'll see what happens. Maybe Porzingis comes back. We'll see. We hope everybody has a great rest of your Memorial Day weekend. Talk to you soon, all.